I'm good, thanks. What's up?
Bless up. I was listening to John a while ago, begging the Prime Minister not to rework the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
I don't know what John plans to feed those people.
But why do you think John wants to feed them? I mean,
no, but
the concerns he raised. What do you say about the concerns he raised? Do you think that is...
I am going to address the concern that he raised. But Clive, remember from March of last year, all the people who make a living from the entertainment industry have been out of work.
Yes.
We're talking about going to a boxman who work on a sound system who lift up the boxes. He might get $3,000 or $2,000 a session. Yeah?
Okay.
But when he work 3 or 4 times for the week, it add up and that's how he make him living. What has been happening to that man since March of last year? Nothing. The man who set up the lights, I work with the lighting company. Now I make no money. The man who sell out at the dance gate. All these people have been suffering and the government has not given them a penny. Because remember, they are in what you call the unregulated sector, so they call it.
Okay. But what do you suggest then? How do you meet that?
Why don't we open and say to people before you go to the event, you do the test, you do a COVID test? Why you want them to take vaccine? Because remember now, Clive, the vaccine don't stop people from catching the virus, you know.
No, but hold on, before you get into that, you take a test. So you're saying you go to the facility, you have to show something to the person to say that you've been vaccinated, you've been you've taken the test.
Because people traveling in a tube on an airline, it's the airline I call the tube. There's no compulsory vaccination to travel.
There's no compulsory vaccination anywhere.
Right. So there's compulsory testing to travel. So why John want to compulsory vaccine to go to any entertainment event? Sports is entertainment, you know. A lot of people don't recognize sports.
Yeah, but I'm saying how you manage in terms of those that have mass gatherings. How you deal with it?
So that's why I say you do a test before you can go into the event.
So if somebody comes and says, well, this is my result, how you're going to ensure that person will come with results that aren't really true? But
the same way they verified for the airline, that's how the same way we have to verify it.
So you're prepared to stop persons from coming in who have not been tested? Or that?
Yes, you have to do that. Remember, they do it in the US the other day, you know, basketball game. Everybody go to the game. Was tested before you can enter. So just like how the airlines do it and other places do it, if you don't have a negative test, antigen test, because the CPR test will take too long. So you do the antigen test, and that means everybody who goes into the event, we would say, all right, they are negative, they don't have the virus.
Well, let me ask you, hold on, because you're onto something here, but I want to, oh dear me, I'm going to interrogate that. The situation where someone has paid before, and they turn up at the venue, but they can't show you a negative test. What happens there?
It's just like a airline ticket, Clive. If you buy your airline ticket and you go to the counter and you don't have the test, you can't go in. It's simple.
So you're saying that in the sector, that persons are prepared to stand their ground on that, or ought to be prepared to stand their ground on that.
But if we don't do that, then the government would be at liberty to shut us down. If you check the event and you find that there are people in there who didn't present the negative test at the gate, then you can't blame the government now. They say, no, this event can't continue. And then maybe the government could also provide some assistance because you could do the test at the gate, you know.
But let me ask, good point. But let me ask this. So can you envisage a situation where no person going inside an event to check to see whether persons have in fact presented to say that they're negative? Because the thing about it, why I'm asking this is because when you it may seem logical, follow me, but in terms of enforcement and also in terms of an event having that kind of, the word I'm searching for is not efficacy, but an event that you will build up any negative vibes. Follow me?
Right. Check and balance.
You're on negative vibes in an event because it's like someone going somewhere, come on, they're checking their bag. We're checking my bag for that kind of thing. Because an entertainment venue is one where a person go to feel good and be good. Yeah?
But we know the times we are in, Clive. And somebody been calling a long time for COVID wardens. and you put in some of those wardens for the entertainment sector. You approve certain venue for every year. You look at certain venues that you said, all right, this is a COVID-approved venue.
Okay, all right.
Because
so you're going.
you never chuck up people in some little small place.
Yeah.
So for now, you just use large venues. And you said, all right, a venue that could hold, let's say, 6,000 people. But for this COVID time, we won't grant you permits for more than, let's say, 500 people.
So you're saying, I'm working through it because I'm seeing a template forming. That is in my head. So you're saying, if you're opening a sector, have venues, right? COVID venues, and that is how you police it. That's what I say. And having the necessity of having a negative COVID test.
Right.
And also, these centers could be places where you could be tested, or, and I just didn't say this, but I was expanding a bit more. Is possible in terms of those who are anxious, who would like to be vaccinated. I don't know if it lends itself to that, but I was trying to think it through.
You could have vaccination unit at the gate for who wants to be vaccinated.
That's where I'm going. So you're saying...
So you have a two-chunk. Those who are not interested in the vaccine, you must be tested.
Yes.
And the test results come back in what? 5 minutes or 10 minutes?
I don't know what
the antigen come back in a quick time.
Okay,
so
fine.
You also have a testing site at the gate, and that would be at the cost of... You might have that cost to your ticket, or something like that, or if the government will assist, because the government needs to assist this industry. So one way or the other, but a test have to be done. You have to have a negative test, because even if you get one shot, you still have to have that negative test before you can go in.
So the template, So the template is COVID approved places of entertainment.
Right.
Protocol being testing, or pre-testing or test before, and possibly being tested at the event, and also possibility of having a mobile vaccine.
Right, and you have adequate sanitation stations inside. You grid up the place, so you said this area you don't have more than 10 people. Same like what they said 10, so you grid up the place, you mark it out. So me and you are we're brethren and say we have got a party, so we stay by ourselves in our grid.
So, all right, let me ask you this now.
You have servers that will serve you in mask.
Yeah, but all right, but for the patrons now, this is what I'm trying to work it through. The patrons now not being required to wear a mask.
No.
Okay.
The patrons won't be required to wear a mask, but the servers
having gone through this other rigor.
The test. Right, but the servers will also wear masks, even though they will be tested as well, But they will wear masks because they are not partying, they are working. So they serve you in mask.
Okay.
No, I am also saying, Clive, that when you grid up the place, the artists, because they are going to be singing and shouting if you're having a show, they are at a distance. They are on stage, so you won't allow people right up under the stage. So the thing can work out where the sector can open and people start make a living again, because people have been suffering. And
I hear you. Which is why
$50 million is not adequate.
Yeah, but that won't be. But the fact of the matter is that what I think the sector should be doing, just as how we are having this kind of expression and discussion, that those in the sector, and I don't know how we can organize it, but this is the kind of approach that I think could anyone to the benefit of the sector. See where I'm going?
Well, one of the problems with government though, Clive, is that they think entertainment only happening in Kingston and Montego Bay. So like we over here in Portland, we don't get an input in any other discussion.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is important for the industry now, for the industry to have that kind of level of organization. You see what I'm saying? So that, and this is just a shout out to the entertainment industry, if they have not already, to pull together, see there's opportunity now to see the various sectors of the entertainment industry. Because what you don't want are the popular persons being the ones there. Follow me. But those who are in the key sectors, right? So I'm agreeing with you. So and I think one of the problems we face is that you have different voices saying different things.
Yes.
I saw
somebody in the industry talking about the vaccine thing too.
Yes.
And Clive, the truth be told, I applaud who take the vaccine. And I will not tell a man don't take it, or I will not tell a man to take it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't have enough information to tell you to or not to.
Yeah, so you are not proselytizing or evangelizing the one way or the other.
One way or the other. sir.
All right. So which is
I don't have enough information.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I've had my second dose, so you know.
I heard you said that.
Right.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah, but what I say is this though, that unless the sector is seeing itself as being in the forefront in the fight, follow me?
Yes.
As against merely saying, boy, it's time now.
But for one
Mm-hmm.
to put us in the forefront of the fight to help get vaccination is rather hypocritical claim.
Why so?
From March, nobody not been paying us no mind so you are...
No, but hold on, you're a businessman, I don't understand you. What I'm saying is you are in a business, then you want to ensure your business can open. Then you make sure say in the forefront to ensure your business can open.
Understand that in a client, but...
No, hypocritical, I understand that.
It's hypocritical now for you.
No, it's strategic. No, you see the problem? You see the problem? Let me show you the problem. Hold on 1 second, man. Let me show you the problem. Watching news the other night. Some entertainers from the West. Alright? Now my boss the place must open the place must free up and things. And now no mask and whatever and say, no, I take no vaccine. How that help your cause? You see what I'm saying to you? So therefore you pivot and say, listen, it can coexist because we know what the fight is. And just as what you're discussing a while ago.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. So that's how you position your thing.
And we have a role to play in a client.
Exactly.
But I don't want nobody to come ball out the entertainment now to be the evangelist for people to vaccine. And I'm saying from March, nobody now pay with no mind.
Okay, no man, March gone, my friend, March gone. You talk about how you're going to move forward to make your money. March gone. So what I'm saying is, what gone. What you need to do now is how you position yourself to go forward. That's what I'm saying.
That and I agree with that, but we can't forget that people have lost property because them couldn't make a living to pay them loan. People have lost their cars because them couldn't make a living to pay them own.
I hear you. Hold on. So hold on, you know. That is what has happened, regrettable as it is, because we know what cause has brought the world to where it is now. So therefore, it's important now to say, listen, so that we can move and recover, these are the things that we are prepared to do and have the kind of peer surveillance and peer enforcement. So when a man is part of the industry decides, boy, I'm not bad at it, everyone say, no, it can't work, so.
But we now forget that we were enslaved back in history. We now forget that either, Clive. But we agree.
Yeah, but how come up now but enslaved back in history? I don't understand that.
No, but we must remember where we're coming from too. So we can't.
Yeah, but hold on, stick up in. Hold on. We agree, said we face a serious pandemic. You agree?
Yes, we are.
So the slavery argument will come up now.
No, I just said that in response to we can't forget that from March till now, we never get nothing.
Yes, and therefore what? And therefore what?
There.
So in other words, what that mean? Oh, so you carry belly go forward? That's what you say? It's not easy. Oh man, you have to position the thing away. You understand me? You have to position yourself and say, this is where we're going to solve the problem. That's what I'm simply saying.
We need to stop look at entertainment like the bad picnic. We look at entertainment too much like the bad picnic. Some people say entertainment and artists cause crime and all of them something there. But Clive, we can open. Okay. As I said to you.
Good ideas though. Good ideas.
People come with them tests so that they're negative. So at most what we're looking at, you have an audience of negative people.
Yeah, good idea.
For the roots play the theater, I don't see a problem in you said use bigger venues.
Okay.
You know? But you have your roots place here where people go sit down and enjoy. Then play people can go to the theater.
Well, there are some good ideas. I think that, and those things to me are workable. That's the approach that should be taken. And I commend it for those who are in the industry and outside to look at that and to see the way forward. You know, they can't really work.
So I just said to the people who have been very selfish, who are saying don't open the industry, that you have been very selfish and you don't understand the plight of people who are suffering. People who not been able to make $1. It is. You are making $1.
No. That's not the argument, though. What John is saying, listen, there is a real fear. Follow me. The approach ought not to be don't open, but that is what is precipitating the concern, the fear. Said I would cause a man and say, "Boy, don't open it," because clearly man understand the follow, but it is not because of any animals towards the sector. It is clear because of the real fear that persons have. And how you meet that fear is by the very suggestions and execution that you're talking about. See what I mean?
You see, Clive, I can't just see it hurts, because I am a major part of this industry and I whole heap of my earnings. You know where I locate. A whole of my earnings come from the entertainment industry.
Yeah, a lot of people have lost, we know that.
I also manage a reggae band, Clive.
Yes.
And we have not traveled our work from March. We don't play a guitar from March.
Yeah, but you know, in some cases, in some countries, for instance, you can't go unless you can show us you've been vaccinated.
Well, when that time comes, that time will come. But just one more thing, Clive. You see, how do we understand the entertainment industry as a country, though? We wouldn't have been here, We wouldn't have been here, Clive. The entertainment industry is a billion-dollar industry. And I'm pleading to both parties, PNP and GLP, to look at this industry seriously. Because this industry can turn the economy around. Clive, we need to start doing movies. We need a channel coming out of Jamaica on the satellite.
Yeah.
And I've been saying to the government that TBCJ is what we need to use to put on the satellite. When you go abroad, you're watching channel from India, you're watching channel from Nigeria, and they don't have the kind of crave for their culture like what we have for ours.
You know what I find though, and it's very important, which is why it has thrown up, is a need to have the level of the kind of organization and granular approach so like when you meet challenges, and also to seize opportunities, because one of the things that the sector is notorious for, right, is sometimes the lack of the kind of focus and discipline which is required in the business of entertainment, right? And we know that. And I've been in the industry for some years in a different way. And
I said discipline in one sector of entertainment.
Okay, all right. I've got to leave because we're going to JPSK. But it's good to have you on, right? And good suggestion, because that is something, and I don't want it to end here. I really hope there's an opportunity to flesh that out so the set